Welcome everyone. Today finds me in Joliet, Illinois, where we are going to explore a deserted urban landscape. The old Joliet Steel and Iron Works. And there goes the train through the woods. The Joliet Steel and Iron Works was in business from 1869, right after the Civil War, all the way up to 1836, the height of the Depression. At one point, the Iron Works employed as many as 4,000 workers. That is an incredible number of employees. Now all that's left is the remains, but I hear it's quite interesting. Let's go take a look. And one of the first things I've come across is, I don't know, it looks like maybe it was a roadbed, perhaps even the base for a train. It's really hard to say, but these walls are a good 2.5 inches thick. Look at this, compared to the size of my hand. Oh man, it has some hollow sound to that. And we're seeing little bits and pieces of iron reinforcement. And a lot of this might go all the way back to the middle of the 19th century. There's the railroad tracks right alongside us. And my goodness, could someone get hurt playing around here? This is a good 30-foot drop. Let's look over here. Wow. Look at all those old bricks. These must date back all the way to around the Civil War. Look at that old wall. This is just incredibly high. I know you probably can't tell from where I'm standing. This wall is really high. I'm extremely surprised that this is just open to the public. No fences, nothing. There's a walking trail and a bike trail right below me. As we come here, it makes me wonder, what was all this? Oh, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to walk across this. Holy smokes. Should I do it, or is it pure stupidity? Well, I made it across. Let's see if it was worth it. Wow. My goodness, this is high. It makes me wonder, what was this structure? I have no idea. The bad news is, I have to find my way back. Okay, I'm putting the camera down to make this crossing. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. All the way back down. Let's see what else we can find. I wonder what this is. Wow, that goes way down. And up there is where I walked across that beam and was looking down over the area I'm standing. Great location for an ironworks. There's the railroad tracks on one side, and way over there is the Des Plaines River. Back in the 1800s, what better ways were there for transporting your goods? Here's a little history. It says the first iron-making blast furnaces in Joliet were constructed right here in the 1870s. And perhaps these are the remains of some of the blast furnaces right here. Looks like these might be footings for something. And a huge iron ring. Here are the remains of the stockhouse that rose 86 feet above ground. And men would wheelbarrow materials onto an elevator that would take it all the way to the top. Look at this. Wow, I wonder if this was a part of another blast furnace. Makes a great big circle. And the brick says B-A-R-R, bar bricks. All the bricks say that. I'm kind of surprised that somebody hasn't come and collected all of these bricks. You would think there would be some use for them, even if it's just decorating a hotel or a bar. Get it, bar? Bar bricks? Okay, that was a terrible pun. Here are the remains of the blast furnaces that got up to 1,000 degrees. Let's see what we have here. Whoa, will you look at this? Brick-lined furnaces. Holy cow. And I wonder if those are specific kind of bricks. Stove 1, I think it says on that. I'm usually not this fascinated with bricks, but the fact that they're still here after 150 years, I find really intriguing. And they're all just sitting around. Looks like some kind of support structure was here. This is a good 4-inch steel rod, and it's all the way around this blast furnace. Now we can get a good look at some of these. I wonder if they have dates on them. Evans and, I don't know, Stove 1. Evans and something. Evans and Howard. Here's the other half of one. They must have made the bricks. Oh, will you look at this? I'm not going down there. No way. And we're seeing a little bit of graffiti on these walls. But man, those were thick walls. Will you look at that? At one time, this was a brand new factory that employed lots and lots of men. And now it's overgrown and being taken over by nature. Everything here was an active, bustling iron factory that employed a lot of men. Many of them may have been Civil War soldiers. Some of these train whistles are startling me. That looks like a part of a wall over there. Maybe the lining of a blast furnace. Let's head over there and see if we can take a closer look. Look at that. And that is... Oh, I thought it was in the ground, but I can actually move it. So, isn't that amazing? Just lays there in ruin. And these are the crypts of the founders of the factory. That's not true, I made that up. I'm not sure what this means. The bricks say Joliet Opera House opens doors. 1874. I guess that this trail is starting to give us a little history of the city. There we go, 1876, the telephone is invented. 1877, the phonograph is invented. 1879, electric light was invented. Holy moly, a lot of advances in a short period of time. In 82, the Red Cross was organized. And in 1883, the St. Joseph Hospital. I assume that's right here in Joliet. 1885, the first skyscraper is built in Chicago, which as we know is a city of skyscrapers. 1886, Coca-Cola is invented. This is really getting to be fun. The Opera House opened its doors previous, now the Opera House burned down. Bad luck. 1893, motion pictures were invented. Ford builds the automobile in 1896. Teddy Roosevelt visited the city in 1900. Did you know Teddy Roosevelt was shot in my hometown of Milwaukee, and he lived with a bullet in his chest for the rest of his life? Oh, I want to go over there. Well, this looks like an entire structure. A lot of it's intact. Wow. These window openings are so cool. Can't believe how thick these walls are. Look at that. They're 3 complete brick thicknesses. The width of the brick. And then it's covered over with, I don't know, some rock or plaster or something. Pretty amazing. Okay, let's head this way. I should have brought some better shoes. There are hazards all over the place here. Well, it's just a thick woods now. When this place was in business, it makes me wonder what was outside this window. The railroad tracks are just beyond the woods. Now we're off the debris pile. Looks like somebody covered up years of graffiti here. I'm sure it'll come back. People tend to find ways to ruin interesting pieces of history, don't they? And this looks like it was once a doorway, which at a later date was bricked over. And then at a later date still, was covered in graffiti. Wonder what this is. I thought maybe it was a stairwell, but it looks like just a hole filled with bricks. Wonder what these are. These curved structures that line up the entire length of this building. Look at that. All the way to the end. Let's see what's on the other side of that door. Oh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, the other side is just the back of a bricked up doorway. And how close are we to the railroad? That's how close we are. I don't know what this is, but it is a giant circle. Holy cow. That goes all the way down, doesn't it? I have no idea what these holes are for, but man, a person could fall down one of these and never be found. They are down there. Now, just because a person could fall down there and never be found, don't get any ideas. And here are some more of our bar bricks. Man. Should look into that company, see what that's all about. That almost looks like a little village over there, doesn't it? Some pretty interesting remains. We'll head over there next. That's one rock I am not going to stand on. Woo! That would be one heck of a fall. This part of the building is relatively intact. One misstep and that would not put us in a good place. Not at all. All this brick lining is so interesting, and it looks like at one point it was covered up by concrete and then it led up to this big hole. All I can think of is this might have been another giant blast furnace, but it is massive. Really, really big. I find it fascinating that this is open and accessible to the public. So risky, so dangerous. Anybody could fall down here, including one of these kids. Now these appear to be more intact, but they also appear to be later because they're concrete. I don't see as much of the brick around here. There's a lot of these. A whole bunch of them. I can't help but to wonder what some future civilization might wonder when they come across all this. As the years go by, it gets covered up, overgrown. Someone might one day again find them. Well, I hope you're not thirsty. You're not drinking that water. And nature is taking over, isn't it? Let's go down on that path. What do you think this is? Maybe the remains of an old train trestle? This must have been one massive company. It just seems to go on forever. Strange looking structure, isn't it? That's where I was standing previously. I hope you enjoyed our visit to the Joliet Steel and Iron Works. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe and ring that bell icon so you know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark with the Average Me channel.